In your right mind, would you ever think that someone could abandon a Cadillac? Well, that's exactly what happened to this one, and judging by the state of the interior, it's honestly not hard to see why.
Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome to the channel. Now in today's episode, this filthy 2012 Cadillac CTS is going to get a complete makeover. But what I found on the inside of this thing is truly disgusting, so stay tuned.
Okay, starting on the back here, and knowing that this car sat outside for so long, clearly under a tree, there's a good chance that the crevices back here are full of dirt like I've seen on the other abandoned vehicles I've done. So once I've got the snow and ice sprayed off, I'll be sure to hit those crevices directly so I can be sure I get it all sprayed out. And for those of you who haven't caught the 3rd annual Detail Geek Awards video, well, consider giving it a watch. It summarizes the best and worst of the entire year and is up on the channel now.
All right, well, as you guys can see, there are quite a few leaves and twigs and stuff that kind of fallen on the vehicle since it's been sitting outside for so long, and it's kind of just accumulated and trapped here in the cowl of the windshield. So rather than being reckless and blasting it out with the pressure washer and making a huge mess to have to clean up, I am just going to kind of go through and grab what I can by hand, and then whatever's kind of left over I will blast out, but that way there shouldn't be quite as much of a mess for me to clean up. So.
Now for these dirty wheels that were probably never cleaned even before the car was abandoned, I'm using my Detail Geek wheel and tire cleaner, which is able to cut through the built up brake dust and other dirt that's on here to get them looking new again. And if you've signed up for the Detail Geek Auto Care mailing list, you know that I'm running a Boxing Week sale right now, which is a Canadian shopping tradition. So head on over to detailgeekautocare.com where all of the Gallon products are on sale.
All right, well, to take care of all the iron contamination that's kind of built up around the lower portion of this vehicle, I'm going to be using my Detail Geek iron remover, which you can of course find on my website. But basically what this stuff does is it dissolves the iron particles that are embedded in the clear coat. So for any of you out there, if you've ever seen those tiny little orange rust spots on your vehicle, that's just iron contamination, and a product like this can easily take that away. So basically just really easy to use. You just spray it on, let it sit for a couple minutes. It's going to turn purple while it dissolves the iron, and yeah, then you just kind of rinse it off. And yeah, anytime I get a light colored vehicle, either white or a silver, I always love doing this step because I'm kind of secretly hoping I can kind of turn the entire car purple. So I don't know how bad this one is, but we'll see what we can do with it.
Starting on the trunk insert now, and I'm sure there's some of you out there who wonder why I don't usually vacuum the dirt off before I start, and that's simply because I've learned through experience that it's unnecessary to do so. The drill brush is able to agitate most of the dirt loose, and then the pressure washer can just blast it away. And for anything that might still be lingering, I always do a final vacuum of all the carpet as the last step in every detail anyways, so I can get the last little bit then. Okay, getting started on this interior now, and first I obviously have to get all the garbage removed before I can even think about vacuuming. But besides the garbage, there's a pile of cigarette butts that were just thrown all over the floor. So needless to say, this car reeks of cigarette smoke, and my respirator will be on all day. Alright, well, to give you a little background I do have on the vehicle, I guess the new owner just recently picked it up at an auction, and the story he was told is that the car was sitting in a parking lot for quite some time before it was finally recovered, though I have to think it must have been a bank repo too for someone to just walk away from their vehicle like that. Working my way around with the vacuum, and of course because this is a Cadillac, the carpets are really good quality and nice and plush, so they're very easy to vacuum, as you can see. Although this CTS was pretty abused and some sections of the carpet have some really embedded dirt in them that the vacuum can't quite get loosened up, so that will be the job of the extractor in just a little bit. Okay, well with the carpets vacuumed, here's what they're looking like, and you can see there's still some stains that need to be taken care of, so I'll get to work laying down some of my carpet cleaner, and of course since the dirt is so embedded, I'll use my green drill brush to get it loosened up for the Mighty to just suck it all away. Moving to the driver's side rear footwell now, where the giant stain in the corner makes the carpet cleaner turn a nasty shade of brown. And while I do love using my new Mighty extractor, it can be a little challenging using it in tighter spaces since it's so big, but the benefits it offers, like getting the carpets drier and saving me time, greatly outweigh that. Here's the absolutely disgusting water pulled from the Cadillac today, and I have to say I was surprised at the shade of brown it was. Usually it's not quite so dark, so maybe it was all the cigarette ash that did that. But anyways, the carpets are nice and clean now, so it's time to grab my steamer, get it plugged in, and then get to work on all the interior plastics, and of course the pedals too.
Okay guys, well, moving to this driver's door now, where you might be thinking, you know, how the heck are you gonna get this thing clean? All the crevices are just packed full of dirt, and the speaker grill is, well, even worse. So, but as you know, if you watched my videos before, my all-purpose cleaner and some steam works absolute wonders. It can get this, all the caked on dirt loosened up pretty quick. But also the fact that Cadillac generally uses interior plastics that are of a higher quality, so they're a little bit easier to clean. So I'm pretty confident that I can get this door looking brand new again in just a couple of minutes.
Now for these dirty trim pieces I removed earlier, I already know they're going to clean up really well since I've worked on several Cadillacs before, and I know they use really nice plastics in their vehicles, which means I shouldn't have to fight to get them clean, so a little APC in my steamer and they'll be looking brand new again. Okay, with the seats clean, I'll then get some leather conditioner on them to keep them looking and feeling soft and supple. And one of the things I love most about this stuff is the smell. It just smells so incredibly good, kind of like brand new leather. So if you have leather seats in your vehicle and want to keep them looking their best, then consider picking up a bottle. Now as these headlights are really dull and faded, I'm going to give them a quick polish after getting them taped off to protect the surrounding paint. And what I'm using here is my new finishing polish and a microfiber cutting pad. And with the speed of my polisher set to about 5 to 6, I'll make several passes over the headlight, wipe off the residue, and it's going to look new again. Obviously this polish will also work on your vehicle's paint to remove light scratches and swirls following the same process. So if you want to give it a look, you can find it over at detailgeekautocare.com.
All right, guys, well, it took a little over 11 hours to get the reset button hit on the Cadillac, and it is looking truly phenomenal. And I have to say, after working on that Mercedes AMG last week, I'd have to give the nod to Cadillac in terms of quality. These things are really well built. They're nice components on the inside. The plastics clean up so nice. They're just always a pleasure to work on. So anyways, if you guys enjoyed this transformation, make sure you smash the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Enjoy the guitar intro, and I'll see you guys in the next one.